All right, folks, welcome back. Let's dive deep into a thrilling Carabao Cup showdown where Newcastle United took down Chelsea with a commanding 2-0 win, sending the Blues crashing out of the competition. St. James Park was buzzing as both teams faced off in this knockout stage, with Newcastle looking to make a statement and Chelsea hoping to get back on track. Right from the start, Newcastle set the tone with aggressive pressing and quick transitions, while Chelsea seemed a bit on the back foot. The opening moments saw Newcastle knocking on Chelsea's door. Just a few minutes in, Joe Linton smashed a powerful shot off the post, almost giving the home fans something to celebrate early on. Chelsea were under pressure, and you could see they were struggling to match Newcastle's intensity. Then came the breakthrough in the 23rd minute. Newcastle's high press paid off when Alexander Isak capitalized on a defensive blunder from Chelsea's Benoit Badiashile and Renato Vega. They couldn't handle the relentless press, and Isak punished them with a clinical finish. That goal came from a well-coordinated press that forced Chelsea to cough up the ball, and Isak made no mistake, sending the Toon Army into a frenzy. But Newcastle wasn't done yet. Just 3 minutes after Isak's goal, Chelsea's defensive woes continued. A routine free kick turned into a nightmare for Axel Disasi, who failed to clear the ball properly and ended up scoring an own goal. That second goal put Newcastle firmly in control, highlighting Chelsea's shaky backline and lack of focus in high-stakes moments. Down 2-0, Chelsea knew they had to respond, and they did generate some attacking chances. Despite going behind, they still managed to dominate 66% of possession and created a solid 17 chances over the course of the match. But they just couldn't seem to get past Newcastle's defense, which stayed compact and organized throughout. One of Chelsea's brightest sparks was João Felix. He was lively, making intelligent runs, creating space, and taking shots whenever he had the chance. His efforts, though, just lacked that final touch. Several times, his shots either went off target or were blocked by Newcastle's defense, with Nick Pope standing tall in goal and pulling off some strong saves. João Felix looked like Chelsea's main man in attack, but Newcastle's defensive wall was unbreakable. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca took a big gamble with his lineup, making a full 11 changes from their last Premier League clash with Newcastle. But the tactical overhaul didn't go as planned, and the lack of cohesion was evident on the pitch. The Blues couldn't cope with Newcastle's aggressive counterattacks, and the defensive trio of Badiashile, Vega, and Disasi had a night to forget, particularly with their role in both goals. Their lack of communication and composure under pressure was a huge factor in this defeat. As Chelsea scrambled to get back in the game, Noni Madueke was brought on as a substitute to inject some energy. He made a few promising runs and tried to exploit the spaces Newcastle left open, but it just wasn't enough to make a difference. Madueke's impact was limited, and Chelsea found it difficult to create any clear-cut opportunities in front of goal. Set pieces were another area Chelsea tried to leverage. They had several corners and free kick chances throughout the game, but Newcastle's defense held strong. Whether it was the physical presence or simply better organization, Newcastle defended every set piece with confidence, frustrating Chelsea's attempts to claw back. In the second half, Chelsea pushed even harder, knowing they needed a goal to stand a chance. João Felix kept driving the attack and was involved in every forward movement, but his shots continued to miss the mark or were stopped by Newcastle's defense. Chelsea was running out of ideas, and Newcastle remained resilient, soaking up the pressure and staying disciplined at the back. With no Cole Palmer on the field, Chelsea's creativity took a hit. Palmer's absence seemed to limit Chelsea's options, leaving them to rely on half chances rather than well-built plays. The lack of urgency and a clear game plan in the final third was clear, and it ultimately cost them the match. So, despite Chelsea's offensive efforts and solid possession stats, their lack of finishing quality, paired with those critical defensive errors, proved costly. This defeat marks a disappointing exit for Chelsea from the Carabao Cup at the last 16 stage, leaving them to reassess and make improvements for their upcoming fixtures. Meanwhile, Newcastle continues to impress, moving confidently into the Carabao Cup quarterfinals and showing they're serious contenders this season. Their tactical execution, especially with the high press and organized defense, was a masterclass tonight. So there you have it, folks. A big night for Newcastle as they send Chelsea packing. What did you think of the game? Are Newcastle real contenders for the Carabao Cup? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any future breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.